Hi guys, this is Subhendu and today I will discuss something different, that is PNG. So as we all know that PNG is an extension of an image file. So I give you some overview of the PNG image, how it works and how it is transformed from any other image, and lastly I will give you how the encoding of a PNG image generally works. So starting with the PNG image, first I will give you some introduction what is a PNG. So a PNG is generally an international standard specifies the PNG data stream and places some requirements on PNG encoders which generate PNG data streams, PNG decoders which interrupt the PNG data streams, and PNG editors which transform one PNG data stream into another. It does not specify the interface between an application and either an PNG encoder, decoder or editor. Nextly, I will totally tell you about how many types it can be distinguished. It is generally distinguished into four types. Firstly, the source image. The source image is the image presented to a PNG encoder. Secondly, the reference image, which only exists conceptually, is a rectangular array of rectangular pixels, all having the same width and height and all containing the same number of unsigned integer samples, either 3 red, green, blue or 4 red, green, blue and alpha. The alpha I will describe you in the latter part. The array of all samples of a particular kind is called a channel. Thirdly, the PNG image is obtained from the reference image by a series of transformations: alpha separation, indexing, RGB merging, alpha compaction and sample depth scaling. Fourthly, the delivered image is constructed from the PNG image obtained by decoding a PNG data stream. Like this way, I have discussed something about the PNG image, the different parts of PNG image, how it is can be distinguished, and I think you have got a some overview of the PNG image is in its introductory part. So after that, I will discuss you about the various color spaces and reference image to PNG image transformations. So firstly, the color spaces is generally specified in three ways. Firstly, by an ICC profile. Secondly, by specifying explicitly that the color space is RGB, which when the samples conform to this color space. Thirdly, by specifying the value of gamma and the 1931 CIE XY chromatics of the red, green and blue primaries used in the image and the reference white point. By this way, I think I have give you some of the idea of the color samples and how it is specified. Next, I will give you some details of the reference image to PNG transformations. So it is generally divided into 5 types. Firstly, the true color with alpha. Each pixel consists of 4 samples: red, green, blue and alpha. Secondly, the grayscale with alpha. Each pixel consists of 2 samples: gray and alpha. Thirdly, the true color. Each pixel consists of 3 samples: red, green and blue. The alpha channel may be represented by a single pixel value. Matching pixels are fully transparent and all others are fully opaque. If the alpha channel is not represented in this way, all pixels are fully opaque. Now coming to the fourth part, that is the main part, that is grayscale. Each pixel consists of a single sample, gray. The alpha channel may be represented by a single pixel value as in the previous case. If the alpha channel is not represented in this way, all pixels are fully opaque. Fifthly, the index color. Each pixel consists of an index into a palette. So by following any one of these factors, you can transform a reference image to a PNG image. So the reference image to PNG transformation part, I will give you some overview of some of the factors on which this transformation generally dependent. So in the introductory part, I can say that a number of transformations are applied to the reference image to create the PNG image to be encoded. When every pixel is either transparent or fully opaque, the alpha separation, alpha compaction and indexing transformation can cause the recovered reference image to have an alpha sample depth different from the original reference image, or to have no alpha channel. This has no effect on the degree of opacity of any pixel. The two reference images are considered equivalent and the transformation are considered lossless. Here, if you want to transfer any image to a PNG image, the transformation is generally lossless and no data will be lost in this transformation. So, and this transformation generally depend on 5 factors, that is alpha separation, indexing, RGB merging, alpha compaction, sample depth scaling. These are the factors on which the transformation process generally dependent. Now I will straightly go to the encoding part of a PNG image. I think this is also an important part in this discussion, so I will straightly go to the encoding part. So in the encoding part, first I will give you an introduction and then I will tell you about the various operation steps of an encoding of a PNG image. So in the introductory part, a conceptual model of the process of encoding a PNG image is generally a step of operations on the array of pixels or indices in the PNG image. The palette and the alpha table are not encoded in this way. The steps of operation on the array of pixels in the PNG image are generally described in the following 6 operations. I will describe each of the operations after telling it. So the 6 operations are the pass extraction, scanline serialization, filtering, compression, chucking, data stream construction. So firstly, starting with pass extraction. To allow for progressive display, the PNG image pixels can be rearranged to form several smaller images called reduced images or passes. Secondly, the scanline serialization, the image is serialized to a scanline at a time. Pixels are ordered left to right in a scanline and scanlines are ordered top to bottom. Thirdly, the filtering part. Each scanline is transformed into a filtered scanline using one of the defined filter types to prepare the scanline for image compression. So as I have told you compression, so directly go to the compression here. The compression generally occurs on all the filtered scanlines in the image. Fifthly, the chucking. The compressed image is divided into conveniently sized chunks and error detection code is added to each chunk. And the final one is the data stream construction. The chunks are inserted into the data stream. So I think I have give you an overview of how an image is encoded in a PNG format. So from the presentation, I think you have got a overview of an PNG image, how it works, what is PNG, and how it can be transformed from any reference image, and also the encoding part of PNG. This is all from my presentation. Thank you for watching.